John Muir died in 1914 and is one of the most important conservationists in American history. He led a wild life of epic adventures, and of all the places he's been, the Sierra Nevada mountains were always his favorite. He inspired countless people through his books, essays, and passion for the natural world, including me. That's why I'm here.
You've arrived at your destination.
Alright, so I'm leaving Joshua Tree right now, about to head over to Sequoia National Forest, about 3.5 hours away. You can do a little bit of exploring around there, and 2 nights of 5 hours of sleep, and then an all-nighter to get here catches up to you, so I'm going to do dinner and try to get to bed pretty early tonight.
Flowers and the birds and bees, then all the lights, yeah, we're all affected. Watching, pray, 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 I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. So here's a reminder to look at life that's pouring into you. And so my friend, let me tell you once again, and you know that it's true. Forget about seeing it, hearing it, in the end you must feel. Forget about all you know, you need to go, it's okay to let go. Just let it go, go, go. Then you breathe it in. You're breathing out.
off to a super late start this morning. I was gonna share about the mustache because it was already so late, I guess I'll do that tomorrow. I went over to this Outlook to originally make some coffee. It surveyed like the entire valley and like a mile stretch of the main road. It was super cool, but it was so windy and cold that I just had to head out. So I came over to this river here, hiked around for probably about an hour, and then made some coffee. Now I'm gonna head over to Sequoia National Park. That's about a 2.5 hour drive. So I'll see you there.
So I ran into a member of the local human population here, and he told me about a little detour before we head over to the national park. Also, it's been raining off and on all morning, and it just turned into hail. So, cool. The main road going into the park was closed and the visitor center had just closed, so I went to a nearby lake to edit for a couple hours and spend the night until I could go to the visitor center in the morning. Last night I slept about a quarter mile down that road because the road was blocked off, and I'm just walking over here in the morning to this. Now the Sequoia National Park Visitor Center opens up in about 25 minutes. It's about a 15-minute drive away, so we're gonna head on over there and see if we can get some information on where we can actually go. Okay, so the main road going into Sequoia National Park is closed for the rest of the week because of fire damage. So, heading over to Grants Grove in Kings Canyon National Park, which is about a 2-hour drive away, and hopefully there I will at least be able to see some lusted sequoia trees. And the weather conditions are supposed to be pretty bad there, so hopefully I'll be able to get in, and we'll see how that goes. The road to get up to Grants Grove is, like I said earlier, super bad weather conditions, and they require to have chains with you. So I stopped at this local gas station, got some gas, also got some chains, and also picked up a 4-pack of some local beer to hopefully have one of these nights. So I finally made it inside, and this place is basically paradise. I'm from the Midwest and temporarily living in Arizona, and it is awesome to be back in this kind of ecosystem. I love the snow, I love the cold, I love winter, and I'm so happy to be here. It's dope. Last night when I went to Sequoia National Park Visitor Center, I got there like 15 minutes after they closed, which is why I found somewhere to sleep, and then got there in the morning after doing a little bit of exploring. And right now, I got inside Kings Canyon,
the visitor center is on their break right now. So here I am, just kind of found somewhere nearby to explore a little bit, take a little bit of pictures. I'm currently about knee deep in snow. My car is just a little bit over there. And so in the next 20 minutes, probably try to take a few pictures, pretend I'm cool, and head back over to the visitor center and figure out where I can go and how long I can stay. That's that. Alright, so last night we came from down here. We went up here, boop, boop, boop. Here's the visitor center. It's closed about right here. So unfortunately we can't get to any of this. Giant forest, huge bummer. Right here, the national park starts somewhere around right there. Visitor center is right here, and the road is open through right here. That's where it's closed. So all of this is completely empty. Empty as in we can't go there. Huge bummer, but I have recently learned that Kings Canyon is my new favorite national park. Right now we are right about right here. And check this out. This right here is why it's my new favorite national park. I stopped here to take a couple videos and pictures, and I've been here for like half an hour. It's incredible, absolutely phenomenal. This is the greatest place ever. This is my home. I got stuck, but that's okay. I have my shovel, I'm gonna dig a little bit, and I have traction pads and chains if I need, so I'll be fine. Also, one of the legs of my tripod broke off, so now it is just a bipod, and in the snow it works just fine because I can just stick it through 3 feet of snow, but gonna have to figure out how to get that fixed before we run out of snow. Should have brought another battery, shouldn't I have? So it's done. Okay. I just ran through knee-deep snow to get over here to take pictures, just to realize that the battery in my camera's dead. So, now I have to run back. So I got stuck again. Took another 25 minutes, got unstuck, but now my shovel, somewhere. I found my shovel. So right now I'm walking through the inside of a fallen sequoia. Baller as hell. Have a loop that's supposed to take about 30 minutes. Small 3/4 mile hike with some of the biggest sequoia trees around here. And it's about to be dark. It looks insane right now as the sun is set and darkness is basically entrenching this land. There's still snow and fog going through the trees. It looks absolutely insane. The width of that tree is
like 2 of my car lengths. Pretty neat. It's about to get dark, and right after this, I'm heading to Yosemite, find somewhere to sleep near there, and then head there in the morning, really. This park has been incredible. Absolutely amazing place, and it is an incredible shame that I have to leave. And I wish so much I could just spend a whole entire week here, but unfortunately, I don't have the time for that. And I have other things I need to go look at and see, so hopefully Yosemite's just as good. Even before I was living on the road, hotel parking lots were a go-to place for me to sleep. There, you can usually get pretty close to where you want to go, and just quick, easy. In the morning, you can walk in and use their bathroom. It's super convenient. Last night, I stopped by a hotel, and I told myself, like, no, I shouldn't. I should try to find a spot in the wilderness. And I spent about an hour and a half driving around looking for a spot where I wouldn't be bothered, and you can see how that went. It's snowing right now. Okay, now it seems more like rain. It's snowing. And we're about 16 miles from Yosemite, so I'm excited to get in there. So I'm just outside of the park at a little pull-off here. It is absolutely incredibly beautiful. It is snowing like crazy. Obviously, it's a dope-ass forest with a lot of snow. It's gonna be awesome. As you can see, Yosemite also got hit pretty hard by the winter storm. I entered in through the south entrance and made my way to the Yosemite Valley. So I'm right on the other side of the valley right now. I found a super cool spot where there isn't any other people hanging out, so I got to have some time for myself with this super awesome view. Right now I'm standing on a 3-foot ledge checking this out, and it is superb, super dope. I have about an hour and a half left of sunlight, so I'm probably gonna just head out of the park, try to find a nice little spot like this, maybe to spend a few minutes at on my way. But today was just an exploration day, basically. Head out in my car and try to figure out what I can figure out and get a lay of the land. Now head out of the park, have some dinner, go to sleep. Tomorrow morning, hopefully get a good hike in, get some exploration in, and unfortunately tomorrow night I have to head home. I would absolutely love to. If I had another week, it would be phenomenal. I would absolutely love to head to North Yosemite and check that out, or go to Ansel Adams Wilderness in like Inyo National Forest. That looks like some super awesome land. And if I had some time to do a backpacking trip, hopefully I will in the next few months, I definitely want to head there. It's super cool. But tomorrow, well, I already told you I'm doing tomorrow. Hopefully get a good hiking and exploration. So hopefully that all goes well. See you for dinner. So it's really hard to find a good spot of land to not be bothered in around a lot of national parks, especially somewhere this popular as Yosemite. So right now I'm just held up at a day use recreation area, and there's a nice picnic table here, so I'm just gonna use this to make some dinner and then find somewhere else to sleep for the night. It's the best asparagus I've ever made, given it's the only asparagus I've ever made, but still, I was not expecting it to turn out that good. It's some pretty good asparagus. Anyway, it's pretty cold out, and both my boots and my socks are completely soaked, so I'm just gonna finish up dinner real quick, clean this all up, and then head to try to find somewhere where we can actually sleep. Tomorrow's my last day here. I leave tomorrow night, drive through the night, get back in the morning, and then I work later in the day. So tomorrow we'll just make it everything that it can be and reflect on how this trip's been and what I've learned from it, and see how everything goes. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Though this is one of my smaller adventures, it's been a while since I've been able to go on an adventure. And being on the road for this short period of time made me realize something that I learned when I first lived out of my car for 8 months. Living on the road, spending each night in a different place and each day adventuring and exploring a different land, makes me feel more at home than living in the house that I own. To me, nature and adventure is like ice cream. It's straight crack, and I can never get enough. It's never satisfying, and it always leaves you longing for more. It rejuvenates the soul and reconnects the pieces that get broken in normal life. In my sad yet noble attempts at photography and videography, give me a goal, something to chase, and something to help give purpose to the adventure. I'm 21, and I'm too old/life is too short to not live a life that's worth living, to throw it away to monotony and not leaving my comfort zone. In 1841, Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote his essay Self-Reliance, in which he wrote, "Man is timid and apologetic. He is no longer upright. He dares not say, 'I think I am,' will quote some saint or sage. He is ashamed before the blade of grass or the blowing rose. These roses under my window make no reference to former roses or to better ones. They are for what they are. They exist with God today. There is no time to them. There is simply the rose. It is perfect in every moment of its existence. Before a leaf bud is burst, its whole life acts. In the full-blown flower, there is no more. In the leaflet root, there is no less. Its nature is satisfied, and it satisfies nature in all moments alike. But man postpones or remembers. He does not live in the present, but with reverted eye laments the past, or heedless of the riches that surround him, stands on tiptoe to foresee the future. He cannot be happy and strong until he too lives with nature in the present, above time." Goes on to talk about how important it is to be your own person, to be unique. He says that imitation is suicide, and that in society, the virtue in most request is conformity, and self-reliance is its aversion. It is harder because you will always find those who think they know what is your duty better than you know it. It is easy in the world to live after the world's opinion. It is easy in solitude to live after your own. But the great man is he who, in the midst of the crowd, keeps with perfect sweetness the independence of solitude. The world will not always understand your purpose. To be great is to be misunderstood, just as Jesus, Galileo, Socrates, and Newton were all misunderstood. Your genuine action will explain itself, and will explain your other genuine actions. Your conformity explains nothing.